Okay, so the state of Vermont is back in the news today, and they're reporting a pretty big loss when it comes to the tourism industry. I mean, they just went through a pretty bad winter season for their ski hills, and now they're thinking about the future, the current upcoming summer season. But what's their magic solution for all of this? More promos. Yay, we get to be flooded with more promos from the United States. I mean, you would have thought that they would learn from the first year, that trying to sell us and lure us to come back is not going to work. But here we go again, and let me show you a small clip of what they're doing.
Cash discounts at hotels, retail, restaurants, and experiences across Vermont, and the 100% Love for Canada marketing campaign to show the Green Mountains are ready to welcome our neighbors back when they're ready.
Yep, when we're ready. I already know we all hate that comment, because it insinuates that we have done something wrong and we're the ones holding back. I know I've said this many times, and it feels like when I was a kid and my mom or dad would basically ground me and send me to my room. And then they would say, when you're ready to apologize, you can come back out. Except in this case, I was a little crap growing up, so it was justified. But it feels like the same thing to me whenever I hear a tourism official say this. But while Vermont and the rest of the United States is begging us to come back, Australia is thanking Canadian tourists for visiting their country and making the trek all the way over there. You see, this is what happens when countries have mutual respect for each other. And I do hope more Canadians do go to Australia. I'll be going over in Q4, and I'm honestly happy to be able to spend my money in Australia. And I want to take this time to thank all of my Australian viewers for giving me tips and tricks for when I arrive in Brisbane as well as Gold Coast. I'm not sure if I'll have time to visit the tourist attractions that you mentioned, but we'll try to see what happens. But I'm definitely looking forward to taking some videos and photos for the community. Now to start off, I do want to talk about a promo that a Canadian airline is putting out. Many of you have sent this to me. We already know that Air Transat canceled all of their flights to the United States. With that said, they probably have to reroute a lot of flights that used to go to the US. But Air Transat's marketing department, they're a bunch of geniuses. Because what they're doing right now is they have a marketing campaign, and they're tapping into the failure of the FIFA World Cup. I mean, look at this ad on the screen right now. It's perfect if you ask me. For those that are visually impaired, what we're looking at right now is one of the ads that they have for Portugal. On the left side is Watch Portugal, basically watching the FIFA World Cup game, and it's going to cost you about $3,800 to buy a ticket to watch Portugal. On the right side, it says See Portugal, and it says round-trip tickets starting at $7.99. This is a genius marketing campaign and a slap to the face of the FIFA World Cup. And these ads are being posted everywhere. This one on the screen now, Watch Mexico for $3,563 for a ticket. See Mexico, $429. I have to hand it to Air Transat's marketing team. I mean, this is genius. But it really puts into perspective how overpriced this stupid FIFA World Cup is. Now, this is not going to be a FIFA video. I don't want to keep going on this because I'm going to get myself angry. But I did want to show this brilliant marketing campaign, and I do hope more companies kind of go this route. All right, let's get started with the first report out of Vermont.
Memorial Day weekend is the traditional kickoff to the summer season, but for a second straight summer, our region is missing a big chunk of tourists, Canadians. According to the Canadian government, land travel to the United States was down 31% in 2025 compared to 2024. The Canadian boycott has cost Vermont tens of millions of dollars. Calvin Cutler explains what state leaders are doing about it.
Canada is our largest trading partner. Over 750,000 Canadians visit every year, spending over $150 million. But needless to say, by nearly all accounts, it's been a tumultuous last year.
Now, does anybody else have a little smile on their face when he said tumultuous last year? I mean, it should be. I hope it is chaotic for everyone. And I hope it is unpredictable as well. But to me, this just means our efforts are actually being noticed, and it is causing turbulent times in the United States.
Political rhetoric, tariffs, fear at the border, and the Canadian dollar at a disadvantage. It's a combination of factors leading to lower foot traffic from our northern neighbors.
There were ripple effects throughout the Vermont economies.
Since the start of President Trump's second term, Vermont commerce officials estimate a near $75 million loss in spending from Canadians.
Now, we in the GTL community know that the exchange rate excuse is just a lot of bullshit. And if we want to get technical about it, 2 years ago, May 25th, around the same time I'm recording this video right now, the Canadian dollar was at 1.37, whereas now it's 1.38 for every $1 US. So a penny difference. Do you think that's really going to make a huge difference to us? I don't know. I don't think these US tourism officials are ever going to stop using the exchange rate excuse. I guess it's something they can always use to make themselves feel better.
The hardest hit area, meals, rooms, and alcohol sales. When did you first know that, some of our relations with our neighbors to the north maybe were heading south?
We knew right away. There's going to be some issues, and a lot of it was because of the rhetoric.
Tim Tierney works to recruit businesses to Vermont, mostly from Quebec.
The reality is, we need you, you need us.
He says some business deals and expansions have been put on ice because of the tariffs. But certain industries are more resilient, he says, energy production and sales.
Now, when he said you need us and we need you, I do have to kind of question that a little bit. When it comes to trade and business, yes, there's going to be some things that our countries are going to have to work out, and it's going to cost each of our countries a lot more. But when it comes to your tourism and hospitality industry, you need us a lot more than we need you. Because we Canadians have already started making alternate plans, and I'm going to talk about one of the plans that many Canadians are doing later. It's visiting Australia, as well as dozens of other countries that we might not have thought of before, because we always defaulted to the United States. But when it comes to cross-border business and trade, that's not safe either, because we're starting to look elsewhere for that as well.
And cross-border supply chains, especially in the aerospace and semiconductor realm.
The businesses realize that we got to continue doing business, and we've always done business with these people. We trust them, we want them, we need their product, they do it right, and we're going to need it at both sides of the board.
Yeah, I have to interrupt again. We don't trust you. Maybe not you specifically, but we don't trust your country. Now, I'm quickly learning that I have another irk that really bothers me. Anytime an official says that we've always done this, or they always come back to our country, or they always visit us, always looking in the past, it's the mentality of how do I say it? All the crap that we're going through right now is going to blow over and then we'll get back to how things were in the past. It's like how the tourism industry always says, oh, we've been through COVID, or we've been through a natural disaster, or we've been through 9/11, and we always bounce back. Well, I hate to tell you, this time is completely different. If this bothers you as well, let me know in the comments below. I'm not sure if I'm just being nitpicky here, or if it bothers everyone else too. But if it does bother you and you're not subscribed to my channel yet, hit that subscribe button below, because I typically call it out as it is.
Vermont leaders see this Canadian boycott as a big problem, and they're actively trying to win them and their tourism dollars back over. One method, symbolic gestures like Burlington renaming Church Street Rue Canada, and State Brass taking a boat ride with Canadian dignitaries.
The relationship that we have is dear to us, it's important to us, and we want to maintain it.
Okay, I have a question here. How is taking a boat ride with Canadian dignitaries going to fix your tourism problem? I mean, these Canadian dignitaries aren't telling us what to do. I mean, even if they did tell us and say, hey, we went on a boat ride with these people from Vermont, I think Canadians should go back because they told us to. I would tell the Canadian dignitaries to screw off as well. They have absolutely zero influence when it comes to boycotting your country. Essentially what you did is you just took them out for a nice boat ride. And I hope they got lunch that you guys paid for.
Another method, money matters. Cash discounts at hotels, retail, restaurants, and experiences across Vermont. And the 100% Love for Canada marketing campaign to show the Green Mountains are ready to welcome our neighbors back when they're ready.
And we want to make sure we're maintaining those relationships so that there is the awareness when it's time, we're here and we're ready, but we understand right now.
Well, leaders say ultimately it's about doing what we can now, and the when they're ready factor is key.
Oh my gosh, shut up. Stop saying that. Sorry, I had to interrupt.
With large geopolitical factors that are largely out of our control. Reporting in Montpelier, Galvin Cutler, Channel 3 News.
Canadian visits remain down for 2026, but there is some indication of a bounce back. These are the numbers for the last 3 Aprils. You'll see 178 million border crossings into Vermont in 2024. That dipped to 126 million in 2025. This year, we're seeing a slight rebound up to 140 million, but that's still 38 million below 2024.
It wouldn't be a proper US media report without them ending on a positive note. I told you guys in the past that the US media, they're going to take this slight increase in April, and they're going to run with it. So to the state of Vermont, I understand that you're struggling, but you still don't get the message that we don't want to be promoted to. We don't want to be lured back to your country. And in all honesty, we want your country to fix itself first before we even consider spending our money in your state again. So the only thing I can really say for now is my usual thoughts and prayers. But one of our Discord viewers came up with a new term, which is actually pretty funny. And I'm probably going to start using it moving forward. So instead of thoughts and prayers, it's thoughts and tariffs. Now moving on to a story that's a lot happier for us, as well as Australia. I have an article here that talks about how Canadians are deciding to choose Australia over the United States. And the article is titled, Canadian visitors are spending more and traveling further in Australia. It's a shorter article, but I'll still read it out for everyone. But I also want to read it out for all of our Australian viewers as well. I know my Australian viewership is actually growing, and I love articles that tell how our countries are working together. Alright, let's get started. Canadian arrivals to Australia are not only on the rise, but travelers from the market are also spending a significant amount while in the destination. We're at 171,000 visitors from Canada coming into Australia. That's a 4% increase over the previous year. So growth is definitely there. Why are you so noisy now? Like you were just chilling earlier. Anyways, expenditure-wise, it's $1 billion that they delivered to the visitor economy, so we're really happy. Robin Mack, the new managing director of Tourism Australia, told Travel Press today during a one-on-one interview yesterday. One of the things I love about our Canadian visitors is that they're staying longer and they're dispersing more as well. Now, I think I'm qualified to comment on this because of my trip that's going to be happening in Q4 to Brisbane as well as the Gold Coast. Typically in the past, my friends and I, we would most likely go to Las Vegas and do some golfing there. And when we head to Las Vegas for golf, it's usually maybe like a 4-day trip, Thursday to Sunday. But since we told the United States to screw off and we're not going there, we decided to go to Australia. And we're not just going to spend 4 days there. Some of my friends, they're going earlier and they're going to be staying for 2 weeks. For me, I'll arrive a little bit later. But the point of me telling this is to show everybody that what used to be our regular 4-day trip to Las Vegas has now turned into up to a 2-week trip in Australia. So who's going to be the loser of all this? Well, it's going to be the United States. And who's going to be the winner? The golf courses that we're going to be going to in Brisbane and Australia, as well as the bars and the restaurants and all the shops that we're going to be spending our money in. I'm really looking forward to it, to be honest, and I've been to Brisbane and Gold Coast once, but I didn't have enough time to spend there. So this time I'm looking forward to spending more time in Australia. Now back to the article. In Toronto to meet with key distribution, airlines and industry partners, Mack noted that there are 24 direct flights from Vancouver to Brisbane and Sydney per week. Wow, I didn't know there were 24. But this is the route that my friends will be flying from. Canada is one of 16 priority markets for Australia. Tourism certainly represents holidays and unforgettable experiences, but the impact extends far beyond that, shared Tourism Australia Chair Penny Fowler during a trade gathering last night. Today, tourism in Australia supports more than 360,000 businesses, employs nearly 700,000 Australians, contributes close to 3% of Australia's total GDP, and strengthens regional communities, with 2.4 million international viewers traveling beyond our capital cities and the Gold Coast in the year ending September 2025. These figures are a powerful reminder that tourism drives opportunity, resilience, and prosperity across our nation. Canada is an important market for us. Canadian travelers are adventurous, curious, and increasingly seeking meaningful, high-quality experience. Qualities that align strongly with the Australian office, Fowler shared. Together, we have an opportunity to deepen these connections and build on the strong foundations already established here. We are fortunate that we are a bucket list destination for many people to visit Australia one day, and our travel advisor community really helps to make that conversion happen, he said, adding that Australia also has a high repeat visitation rate from the market. We really appreciate all that you do. Now, I can already tell the tone of my voice when I'm reading this one is completely different than reading an article about the United States. And I'm happy and glad that there are more Canadians going to Australia. It might be a little bit far for us, but we'll be going somewhere that actually treats us with respect and wants us in their country. I mean, why would we want to spend our money in a country that's trying to annex us? So to any Canadians that were thinking about putting Australia on their bucket list, I would highly advise it. And for my Australian viewers, I think you should get ready for a lot more Canadians to be visiting your country. To close off this video, I would like to thank Karen from our Discord server for posting this photo of Packwash Lake, Ears Falls, in Ontario. I couldn't figure out where to put the co-host in this one, so I just had her chasing the boat and being very loud. That's what she's doing right now. But I want to thank you, Karen, for posting this in the Discord server and sharing it with the community. Alright everyone, that's all I got for this video. I do appreciate anybody that's still here and helping to watch the video to the end, because it really does help the algorithm. If you found any value in anything I said today, or you want to hear more from a Canadian and international perspective, without the US media bias, or you want to hear my cat as well, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button below. That way you'll be notified of my future videos. Also, don't forget to hit the bell icon and select all. Now if you want to see more of my videos, check out the ones that are going to show up on your screen shortly. Thanks everyone, I'll catch you in the next one.